should
and
probably turn
truly,
on
madly,
Pokemon.
deeply.
Hi, everybody! Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is just time for D&D. Very nice. It's Wednesday. It's time for Little Dungeons and Dragons here on Indigo Chameleon. Thank you so much for joining us. We're so happy to have you with us. To all of our lovely chat, Mini B, we definitely were not all singing that song in the chat in this little
Who you
Discord
lying
call. I was just making funny. Hello, everyone. Beth, love you. Mini B, love you. So welcome, welcome, welcome. We've got a few announcements before we get started with tonight's game. We have a Discord. You can come hang out there. There's cool people there. We also have a merch store. There's cool stuff that you can find on said merch store and buy lots of nifty gifties for your friends, and help support the channel. We've got a upcoming schedule for this week. There's a lot of cool stuff. Tonight is Unbroken New Orleans. It's our take on modern day magic, myth, and monsters, but the regular folks must never know about it. Tomorrow night is a continuation of Mother of Cats game, set within Candlekeep. It was a lot of fun. I got to play in a D&D game, and it was super great. And she did an amazing job. We've got some brand new players that have never played on the channel before that have joined us, and some really interesting characters as we discover like a spore mystery and things of that sort. So I basically created my version of the Incredible Hulk, a completely int-based barbarian that just kind of hulks out. It's really cool. So join us for more shenanigans set within Candlekeep tomorrow evening. After that, on Sunday, we have Strahd Sucks, our irreverent romp through Barovia. It kind of left on a bit of a cliffhanger, as we're learning more and more about the backstories of these amazing adventurers from the circus that have now found themselves going up against Strahd. So tune in. I think it's going to be a really good jumping on point. We just finished our going through Death House, as I modified and changed a few things, but come on in and join us. The water's fine, and it's going to be a great time. I think that's it for this upcoming week. Stay tuned to the Discord for the latest and greatest and up-to-date schedule stuff. Not only are we doing cool stuff here on the channel, but you can also check out some of the cool stuff that some of our other players are doing. Players like Father Patrick. Hi, Magnoff. Hi. Where can people check out the cool stuff that you're doing?
They can come on over to Classy F and Gamers to see the Wild Beyond the Witchlight campaign that we play, where I play a really obnoxious Southern Satyr.
A really obnoxious Southern Satyr? We've never had one of those on the channel before. Not obnoxious. So to tune in for that. It's going to be a good time. Not only that, but you can also check out Wolf Garin. Wolf Garin, where can people see you?
Oh, sorry. Over at Wolfgaren D&D, I'm actually on day 17 of my 90-day Beat Saber weight loss challenge, and trying to get a little more svelte, swinging those sexy sabers up on the platform and everything. You guys are welcome to join me every morning, Monday through Friday, 7:30 in the morning Mountain Time. I will be there.
Join. It's a great time. Your heart will go.
And then my heart goes up, boom. I don't know. Did I miss the cue?
No. That was perfect.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I think that's it for announcements. I think that's it for upcoming schedule and stuff coming down the pipeline. Heroes. When last we talked, we had a pretty normal episode last week. Nothing much happened. Nothing too monumental or anything like that. The group was able to tour the Foundation. The Foundation is a group of individuals that connect ordinary folks with patrons, basically facilitating warlock packs and things of that sort in exchange for money, power, wealth, and some other things as well. It's a very large organization led by a man by the name of Johnny. John talked with the group and came to a bit of an agreement, as he had the chalice that is needed to free Wolf Garin's Noah's father from prison. And this particular chalice was acquired after a deal was made with the group. The group was first offered, hey, we just want you to take a step back and don't bother us. We won't bother you, and we'll hand you the chalice. That's worth it in our eyes. Martin proposed something else entirely. Martin proposed, hey, instead of that, you can't trust the people around you, but you can trust me. So at the moment where you need it the most and you die, I'm going to use my cleric powers from faith and bring you back from the brink. When Martin asked, "How will I know when you're in trouble?" John assured him that at the moment of his death, that Martin would not be far away. So this pact has been made for the group, and the chalice has been acquired. Heroes, we're going to pick up almost immediately where we left off. It's early afternoon at this point. Noah, Zach, Exo, and Father Patrick and Martin have all been dropped off back at Camelot's Concoctions. Martin, what's up, buddy?
Is it too late to re-roll a character?
Yes.
Okay.
That's.
For a friend.
I'm so sorry. That is the Sunday game. This is the Wednesday game. So
right.
yeah. So sorry. You are dropped back off at Camelot's Concoctions, outside of the shop where everyone has met. Waiting for you with a bag of beignets in hand is Becca, who unfortunately was not able to join you for some of your shenanigans in the new Underdark. And standing next to her is Zach, who unfortunately was missing last week, having been pulled away on urgent business for Odin. You both are sort of waiting at some of the little tables that are alongside the street as your fellow party members are dropped off.
Oh, muted.
We're gonna try.
Oh, hey. Yes? Can you hear me?
Good.
Yay.
We can hear you.
Yay. How are you? Sorry, I missed whatever I missed. Hopefully I didn't miss much. I was at Spirit Con, and she pulls out her bag with just a lot of miscellaneous swag, just like ghost pictures, like nothing that's actually worth anything or magical in any way. We're just talking like stickers and keychains and all sorts of stuff. And she's like handing out lots of fun little like swag crap.
Everybody picks up the con crap, like the pens and mouse pads and stuff like that from Ghost Con, a convention of ghost hunters and ghost chasers and things of that sort. So everyone can add.
Swag.
Ooh, swag. All of you can add little swaggy items to your inventory if you so choose.
Swag bag.
Swag bag.
Swag bag.
Bit of swag.
Yeah.
So I didn't miss anything, right?
Absolutely
so,
not.
This chalice, how big is the chalice itself? Are we talking like Stanley Cup, or are we talking
in between Stanley Cup and the Holy Grail?
Okay.
So it's not anything unwieldy at this point, but man, oofa doof, does it look expensive? And Noah, you would definitely have that cup on your person, I think. The golden cup in hand, bejeweled. Or Father Patrick, who grabbed that cup on the way?
Noah's carrying it?
Yeah, but you would have that cup on your person, and you're getting a few looks from people, but it's New Orleans. People have seen weirder, so somebody holding a giant cup, somebody like kind of checks their calendar on their phone to make sure there's no parade today or anything like that.
Noah's just gonna set the cup in the middle of the table and just kind of sit down, still with as pensive a look as Noah can get on his face. He seems a little subdued, a little quiet.
You okay there, big guy?
Yeah. I just there's stuff I just need to work out. It was. We need to figure out how to get back up to the moon, guys. Want to take care of this?
Wait, we're going to the moon?
Oh, you
We're
guys.
going back.
I have to go back to prison.
We're going back to the moon. Yeah.
Wait, you're in prison on the moon?
Well, I'm not there. Well, sort of there. I could be there.
Did you escape from moon prison?
That's sort of a loaded question. It's a little more complicated than that.
Okay, a lot has apparently changed.
No, basically nothing. Hi there, I'm Patrick.
Hi, Becca.
Indigo Chameleon realizes that her other character is the one that met
Yeah.
Father
Yeah.
Patrick.
And also, did you just introduce you as Father Patrick? Or just Patrick?
Just
I
Patrick.
missed it. Just
But
Patrick.
it's still Cassie.
But he
you're
is
an
wearing a
evil,
cassock, yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
it's
Okay. So, and you were in prison.
aye,
Okay. And that prison was on the moon.
it was. Is.
And now we have to go to the moon.
Correct.
I
You
don't
have
know
a
where you're
startling
getting
grasp
lost
of
in.
the situation.
Was I
I don't know what's
supposed to
lost
know that there was
translation.
a prison on the moon? Is there something? Was this something was this in the news?
Well, he did say that we had to go back to the moon so that I could go back to prison. Honestly, it's just sort of deductive reasoning, I think. Critical thinking, maybe?
Okay. Is this something I would be familiar with at all? Like this is. I'm trying to figure out if this is as strange a situation as I think it is.
If Becca knew about a secret moon base for the Gif
Okay,
Yankee
no, it is
and the
secret. Okay,
Gizzerai?
this is not some
No.
universe thing that somehow
it's
I
like,
missed a lore drop on.
oh my gosh.
Okay.
Isn't it weird when they set up like that When Shadows
Right.
felt like immersive theater show on the moon? No,
Just making
It's,
sure, just
it's
making
definitely
sure.
weird.
Okay, all right. I have too many questions right now to pick one.
All right. Well, when you find one, let me know.
How
No.
did you get here from the moon? Did you take a spaceship?
No, it's magic.
Okay, that somehow makes more sense than a spaceship.
Well, I don't really have the funds to have my own
No,
spaceship. Unfortunately, I don't have like a
that
mega
makes-
corporation,
okay.
and I'm not that corrupt. Unfortunately,
All right.
Or fortunately.
Fortunately, probably that's
Yeah.
fine.
So we're going to the moon with magic.
Unless you know
As-
any other way.
This conversation's going on. Noah is going to be pulling out his phone and seeing if he can dial up Dad.
Who are you calling? You're calling Dad?
I'm gonna make an attempt to call Dad. I don't know if it's gonna be able to go through or what or what we're dealing with, but
All right. I'm into this.
it's a situation that he's not that familiar with. It's like he usually calls Mom when he's having issues like this. but
Right.
It seemed Dad was the appropriate one since Dad's the one that kind of sent us to where we're at. So he's dialing Dad's number.
Okay. You call the number. Give me a D100, my dude.
I can certainly do that.
Yes.
91?
91. Okay. The phone picks up, and your father whispers to you, "Hello,
Dad, it's me. It's Noah. I'm
No.
Noah the Ark.
Noah. How are you? How are you faring? I don't know how long I can speak on the phone, but I did manage to sneak this in the cell with me.
Well, we got it. How do we get back?
That's great. I planned to get you there. This is why your mother
You
always
didn't
says,
think I was going to be able to do this.
No,
What
no.
did you?
I was hoping you would because I'd rather not die in prison, Noah.
me too.
And we don't yell because when we yell, we scare people. Remember? Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'm not sure how you can get to me. You're going to have to use some of your resources, or maybe the resources of your friends.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
But you got the cup.
We can.
How hard could it be
Yeah,
now?
we did. I don't know. Can we drink out of this, or is this?
Oh,
Never mind, Dad. Never mind. We don't need to do that.
it might be a tad problematic, but I mean, the scientist in me is like, why not? No, I have to go. Click.
So, anybody know how to get to the moon?
Wait, why are we going to the moon? I mean, did he escape and now he wants to turn himself in?
Well, okay.
I don't want to turn myself in.
I'm gonna
I didn't
yell
really
at the back,
escape.
Grandpa.
Okay, my dad set this up because we needed to get the Stanley Cup and take it to the
Wait, isn't
to
that a sports thing?
well, yeah, but this is between the Yankees and the Zaries, and we need to so that they're not
Is
having a fight.
Is that how you got in prison? You stole a sports cup?
Allegedly.
And
I don't
so
think allegedly
but-
works anymore.
he's actually still in prison, but it's not him, it's my dad.
Wait,
And
he's your dad?
no, he is Father Patrick, but not I but
Is he
dad
disguised
is
as your dad?
He
No.
shapeshifted into Father Patrick.
yeah, dad's disguised as
But-
Father Patrick. And he's in prison
Oh.
right now.
Wait.
And we have to get him out on the moon. Have you figured out the whole moon prison thing yet? You seem really
Okay.
confused by that.
So this guy who is a real priest, right? Or is this a costume?
Wow. I didn't
Okay,
even think to ask that
escaped?
question. She's asking all the right questions, isn't she?
I don't think that's the right question, no.
Okay.
Did Grandpa is
stole-
Grandpa there?
Father Patrick, you hear a voice in your head says, "The girl is a heretic. She talks to the undead. Smite her down now."
I'm not gonna smite her. She just got here.
Fine.
Wait, who? Don't smite me. What are you? Gonna...
That's in
Yeah,
his
did you?
head.
Oh,
that
that's
was
your
all in
head.
the head.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm like, what?
Grandfather comes outside. Oh, you got the band back together. It's been a hot minute. What?
Yeah?
What, boy?
We need to get to the moon.
All right, I want a toilet made out of gold. Are we just saying
Well, I mean,
fun
that's
things?
where the base is, the moon base is, that the cup has to be back to so that his dad can get out of jail and we can put Father Patrick back in.
Boy, we work
and
at
then-
an apothecary.
Yeah,
I'm fresh
magic-
out. I'm fresh out of moon potions.
but magic?
Yes, you have, but perhaps we move in off the street, and Grandpa will sort of usher everyone away from the street with people walking by. He brings you inside the shop and kind of flips the open sign to close. He's like, "Look, you're running in a different crowd now. You're going to be able to go to the moon, I'm sure, but I can't help you here. You'll have to go to a central location, I suppose, and talk to individuals."
EXO, are there any moon landings going to be happening anytime soon?
I can't say that I've heard of any lately, but maybe Elon's got something up his sleeve.
Couldn't we check the books to see who's buying the materials for teleportation circles?
Yeah, absolutely. And he goes over and he goes, there's been no large expenditures lately in terms of magical spell work or anything like that. I think it's time. All right. You've made enough of a name for yourself. He goes back behind the counter and pulls out a red card. On the card is written the House of the Rising Sun. He takes the card and hands it over to you, and he goes, "There are many of us that believe that the veil should be upkept and that the world is not ready for it. To know about the world of magic that exists. However, there's a few individuals that don't believe in the veil, that are creating safe bastions while trying to, in their terms, educate those of the normal world into the world of the arcane. Such is the House of the Rising Sun. This is the infamous place of legend and lore, and it's a bar of sorts, and if you're going to find answers, individuals that can help you, you're going to find them there. You want to find somebody named Minnie.
Credit card?
No. This is just a business card that's going to get you entrance. I've done a favor for Medusa plenty of times, and just show her the card, and it should grant you entry into the club.
This is awesome.
He goes, be careful. I can't protect you from all of the dangers of the world. There's going to be drinks. There's going to be He looks at you up and down as if he's trying to find the word. He's going, there's going to be propositions. I just ask that you use your better judgment when it comes. You should be able to find. Like I said, look for Minnie. Minnie is a short man. If you ask around, you should be able to find him.
Okay.
The rest day that I had the best. This is gonna be the best day. This is gonna be the best day.
I certainly hope so.
Hey, Zach, have you heard of these guys?
Zach.
Zach, heard of these guys?
Yeah, man. Give me a history check, Zachy. I'll say you can give it to me at advantage, knowing your background and things of that sort. Anybody that wants to give me a history check, you are more than welcome to do so. For the area, 13 for you, Zachy boy. Okay, Zach. So yeah. Wow. Oh, Becca.
I'm still trying to work out this moon priest Stanley Cup thing.
Zach, you've heard of it. It's a bar, it's a club, it's a place you can get answers. You tend not to operate with individuals that would operate topside, because it just kind of goes against what the new Underdark stands for, which is kind of like separate. But you've heard of it. Father Patrick, was that you with a 16?
Sure was.
Okay. With a 16, Father Patrick, you're aware the House of the Rising Sun has been around for a long time. The infamous song that everybody's familiar with is a redo of a mining song. It is a remake, and that's been around since about the 1800s. Rumored has it that the place was old back in the 1800s, and things of that sort. So this place has existed, and it was it's a bar, it's a tavern, it's a wretched hive of scum and villainy that tends to sort of move around and things of that sort. Martin with a 20.
I could tell them all about everything if you just want to.
Martin, behind your grandfather's back, you have been doing a little bit of research into the House of the Rising Sun. So when he finally flips you the card, you are stoked. There are two major players here in the area, kids. It's the Vampire House and Medusa's group. Medusa runs this place, and it's if you need to get spell components, you go to Camelot's Concoctions. If you want to get illegal substances, if you want to go get drinks, if you want a night of companionship, if you want to start a bar fight, you go to the House of the Rising Sun. The House of the Rising Sun changes and is hidden from those that do not have invite to it. Martin, you have spent a good portion of your teenage years looking for that little red card. So the fact that your grandfather has one means your grandpa has been there, and now you're kind of stoked to go there. Medusa does not believe in the veil at all, and doesn't believe with extreme prejudice. In fact, many of the beautiful statues that exist around the city of New Orleans and populate many of the graveyards of New Orleans are rumored to come from those individuals that have dared to challenge her, including the agents of Sky that have tried to raid the place. So she is a force to be reckoned with.
I don't know. I didn't want to roll an insight check on that one just because I wanted to see what I could find online to see if there was anything. And I just don't know what the roll would be for that. So what do you think?
Hacking check? Give me...
Yeah, what do you want? Int?
This is not a sleight of hand. This is an int-based one. This is
just an int roll? Yeah,
you're digging in. You're going to have to go to dig in the dark web here. The problem is the best place to hide is in plain sight, and the House of the Rising Sun has done that with a very popular song. You could find a Wikipedia article based on this place that actually existed and things of that sort, but you're not looking for that. You're looking for the mythical details surrounding it.
I'm guessing they don't do DoorDash, is what you're saying.
Not the kind that you would be familiar with.
Well, I goofed.
Okay.
So
with a 6, Al sees what you're looking for, and you see a little like paperclip pop up, and you say, "Hi, so it looks like you're trying to get freaky in the House of the Rising Sun. Need a little help?"
Hi, Clippy. Yeah.
Yep. With that, an individual walks into the shop, immediately walks up to Exo. All of you would see this individual. And this individual is wearing a backwards baseball cap and a gray sweatshirt. Kind of looks around the shop, sees Exo, and hands Exo a shoebox-sized box. Just a regular size, like shoebox-sized box, and hands it over to you, Exo. Nods at you, and then immediately walks out of the shop.
Do I have to feed it? Oh, shit. Okay. I'm gonna do that Christmas morning thing.
Okay.
See if it's barking, see if it's meowing, shake it just very slightly.
It is not yowling. It is not breathing. But you do.
See if it feels like a Power Ranger through the plastic.
It feels. It feels like it's a little heavy, and you hear the sounds of liquid in a container.
Does it have like a shoebox standard top on it?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Then I'll just pop it up. Just like
you go
right up.
You go to pop it up and your phone goes Dang it. Like
Jurassic Park.
Text pops up. That
You
basically
didn't say the magic word.
Yeah, text pops up and says, "That's not for you. Be better. What do you want to know?"
Okay, question for you.
Yeah.
What do you want to know? Was that you to me, or was that the text
That's
to Exo?
the text to Exo.
Okay. What do I want to know?
You've officially become a courier for Al, who wants you to deliver something.
Oh, snap. Again. Last time it was tacos. It's like, whatever. Okay. All right. Where am I taking this?
The House of the Rising Sun.
Who am I giving it to?
You're giving it to Minnie.
Do I have to feed and water it?
No.
What's in it for me?
Your cell phone shuts off.
Oh, no. X's going to put the box down on the ground in front of her, sit down in front of it, put her phone in front of her, and just sit there and like meditate on the things, on the bad she's done. Really think about what she did.
Yeah. Your phone eventually, with a little bit of time, turns back on, and it says, Schitt's Creek is underrated. Firefly didn't deserve a second season. I guess we're all saying stupid things now. Are you going to deliver the package?
I'm going to send a GIF of, well, Magnoth knows which GIF it is, but it's a very inappropriate, relating to a package, but not this kind. Whatever.
Right.
Yeah, okay, buddy, I got you. Yeah, I'm done. I have to shut up now. I'm done.
Got you. Okay. Cool.
So Noah, having rolled a 4, is completely clueless about the House of the Rising Sun.
Man, you ain't found. You have no idea. Sounds cool.
Yes, Magnoth, that one.
It sounds cool. Al, what are you sending to the house?
No, that was to me, not the group chat.
No, I was reading the chat. There was
Okay,
the Twitch
good.
chat. Yeah.
Is anybody going to speak up about what they know on the House of the Rising Sun?
Oh, I've never heard of it. I'm still trying to figure out what we're doing. Who has the Stanley Cup?
Once,
It's in the middle of the table right now.
once
but,
I get over how excited I am to have received this card, I will explain to everybody everything I know about the place outside of the shop. Not inside the shop, outside the shop.
Cool.
You don't want granddad to hear you
Exactly.
explaining everything that you know about the place.
Right.
I'll say that I got a message that I have to deliver a box there because that's where I was headed. So,
All right, well, who knows where it is? Let's go.
did I get coordinates?
I think I know. I think I can get us there. I can get us there.
You don't. Before you can say coordinates, Martin beelines. Like Martin has been exploring this for a bit of time. your heart drops because where they've hidden this is not the best place to hide this, or it may be the absolute best place to hide this. You begin to walk by a plethora of drink stands and fried chicken shacks. Becca, you start to realize the telltale signs of ghost tours being advertised and things of that sort as you cut through the busy streets and head to Party Central. Drunken tourists begin to walk past you holding yard glasses that contain oodles of alcohol. Beads are thrown haphazardly in either direction as you find yourselves in the bustling Bourbon Street. Bourbon Street is a special street located in the heart of New Orleans where many things that are illegal for the city itself suddenly become legal actually on this street. Certain drugs that are illegal in the city for some reason are illegal on this street. You pass by two individuals that are two police officers that are riding on police horses at the front of the street. As you walk past them, they give you a small curt nod as you are in Drunken Tourist Central. As you enter into the street, you smell all the delicious foods. You see a few bands playing. There's buskers spread all throughout. And Martin begins to beeline down Bourbon Street.
Sorry, we're going this way.
Down to the heart of the street, getting to an intersection where all of a sudden, Martin, you look for the spot that you have been to many times over the years to look for the House of the Rising Sun, and it has never appeared to you. But on this particular instance, card in hand, before you is a sprawling 3-story building. The sounds of loud music can be heard from out front, and individuals tend to walk right past it as if there is heavy magics at play here. 2 fire genasi stand outside the door and are in conversation, as occasionally certain individuals, definitely not tourists, will walk up and into this doorway as the 2 fire genasi check that they flash them the business card and sort of usher them inside.
Can we see it or just the person holding the card?
No, you have been granted an invite here. So because you are with Martin and have pierced the veil, you see this building for how it is. It definitely looks pre-colonial. It's old. It's old. And as you take a look at the building, if anybody wants to take a closer look, you can give me perception or investigation checks. If not, if you were just kind of chilling and hanging out, you're good.
One for me, please.
Exo. Father Patrick, Zach, you don't notice anything? Now you're rolling hot. Martin and Exo. Exo, you'll notice that as you get closer and closer to it, Al throws a freebie at you since you are delivering the package. All of a sudden, you get a brief glimpse into the ethereal plane. This building is warded to, for lack of a better term, to hell and back. Every available surface on the outside of it has glyphs and magical wards and things of that sort written all over it. The only place not covered in wards is the front door opening. As you begin to sort of look at this building, it is high-level magic stuff going on right now. You're seeing ancient Greek. You're seeing sort of language as it evolves for humanity as a whole, all written all throughout.
It looks like the language on the exterior, it has moved through time, like it's been here since that language was still alive. Or is it being used archaically?
It looks like a mixture between like runes that you would use for a spell and how individuals will sign a bar wall to mark that they have been here.
Oh, okay.
It's a mixture of the two. There's no formality to it, and from a layman like magic user, you would just think that somebody just scribbled all over this with magical graffiti. But there is a very intricate set of combinations of wards and
does that
runes.
change at all with Eyes of the Runekeeper being able to read all writing, or is it kind of just like that's a system that exists outside of just language?
It would be the equivalent of looking at a magical ecosystem.
Okay.
It's checks and it's checks and balances and pulls and pushes and things of that sort. So Pacular Runekeeper is good for languages and stuff, but understanding the inner workings of an arcane is something different.
Right. But there's nothing on the door?
No, the door is unkept. There's only the 2 fire genasi that are one on either side that are standing at attention.
On the threshold where the door meets the ground, is there anything?
No.
That's particularly there. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and I won't mention a whole lot of anything except it looks fine to approach.
Yeah.
It's covered in magic, but it's fine otherwise.
Martin, you've done your research and things of that sort. You are looking for it, so you spot it. Everyone else is just kind of listening to the music of the city and things of that sort. And Martin, you tune out all of the loudness of the city. You tune out the bands playing and the people walking and the 2 fire genasis at the front, and you concentrate and you look at her. And she's breathing. It's subtle, but she's moving. She's got a heartbeat. And it's a subtle thing. You always wondered.
And now that I know it's true, can I just, before I go in, can I go up to the house and like pet it? It's like, I knew you. I believed in you.
Give me an animal handling check, please.
Oh!
Oh man.
You all watch as Martin walks up and he's just like, good girl, like, and the house doesn't really respond in any way, but you always knew, bud.
You know it's real.
Yeah.
Guys, don't screw this up for me.
Bar handling. I should have made a
I think we're going to definitely screw it up for you. No offense. We're going to walk in and say, "Can't you take us to the moon?" They're going to look at us like we're crazy.
Don't do that.
Is there a different way to ask, or is that?
No.
That's exactly my point.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah.
How many days have passed since? I know we had 7 days in order to do this.
You look at the timer that your father gave you. You are at 4 days and 12 hours left on the countdown.
Yeah.
How much time we got left?
4 days and 12 hours.
4 days and 12 hours. I think we're
4
doing
days
pretty
and
good
12 hours.
time-wise, as long as we can get there in the next 4 days and 12 hours.
Okay. Cool. Got it. All right. Yeah, we want to go. Let's go in. We can go inside. I got the
Martin,
card.
you've been granted a reroll from the chat because they love you petting the house to see if the house responds to you, which is the oddest sentence I've ever said. But give me another animal handling check as you go up to pet the house.
Oh God, please.
Courtesy of Chef Ala. I can't believe
Oh,
it.
18. Yes.
Martin.
Thank you.
What is it? I'll tell you what, pal. Let's do this. Let's honor the narrative here.
Yes.
You go up and you like pet the house. You're like, I knew you were real. And while you're having this conversation with everybody, you've got your hand firmly placed to it. And there is this very sweet moment where they're like, come on, let's go inside. And you're going to go inside. And all of a sudden there's a ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. It sounds like somebody playing the Price is Right game Plinko. You know Plinko, where you drop the little thing and it drops down? Martin, you kind of look up, and as it comes down, there's a ding, 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 ding. And almost like Encanto, with the tiles moving, you see this card just kind of falling down, boom, and comes into your hand. It is almost identical to the business card that you were granted before, but this one is shaded with blacks and gold.
I shall love it and cherish it and hold it.
And call it George.
Scrawled on
Forever and ever.
scrawled on the back in a very clear penmanship are the words, "Thank you for believing."
It's going right next to my heart. I'm like trying to get it as close to the inside of my shirt.
Martin is going full Lilo multipass. Like, it's just,
Multi-pass.
Martin multipass. Yeah. Well done, Chef Alada.
Thank you.
Cool.
All right, we can go in now. Let's do this.
All right, I'm following him.
Yep.
Feel like a
I
nasty at the
figure he has
door.
to go first.
I show them the red card, not my card. I show them the red card, not my card.
Not your card. You show them the red
my
card.
The red card.
The two Fire Genasi are there, and they're having this conversation that's in primordial, and between the two of them, and they're just kind of like talking back and forth. But as you turn back and look, they go, "Hey, bruv, what do you need?"
Hold on, I knew it. Oh, yeah, we need to get inside. I got a card.
First time.
Yeah.
Yes.
They look behind as Zach and Noah are both shaking their head yes, and Martin's like, he goes, fine. Don't be a cheapskate.
Duh.
Yeah.
Fucker Patrick just kind of like reaches in and pulls his pockets out inside out. They're just completely empty.
One of the Fire Genasi holds up a hand and he goes, "Are you a real father?"
I don't have any children of my own, no.
No. Like, are you part of the clergy?
That is up for quite a bit of debate.
Can you just say yes?
Yes.
He reaches into his pocket and pulls out a bingo card. He's like, I'm so close. And he goes, I know. And they're looking at each other. The other one pulls out their bingo card, and they're just looking at...
What do you got left?
I either need a Minotaur tonight, or I need 3 goblins in a trench coat. So either one, I'll be fine, and I'll bingo it out.
God, I'm pretty sure we saw 3 goblins in a trench coat.
No, that was 2 goblins in a hoodie. No.
Okay, that was the other thing. Okay, got it.
He's looking at his card, and he kind of waves you in.
Thank you.
Heroes, welcome to the House of the Rising Sun. Before you is a sprawling bar that is just dimly lit. There is this huge bar that runs around the entirety of the room. As you enter into the space, the entire back thirds of the entire first floor is this bar. This bar is unbelievable. You see bottles going back hundreds of years. Every veritable type of whiskey that you could possibly imagine. Beers and things of that sort. Mythical drinks, as you see a few bottles with odd labels onto them, labeled with things like Angel's Tears or the Hint of Regret, that give off magical auras to them. The bar itself is completely packed. As you come in, there is a set of stairs with an individual standing pretty stalwart at those stairs that appears to be an earth elemental. The earth elemental blocks up the majority of the door, and he's the only individual you've ever seen that is about Noah's size. The first floor is packed with creatures of magical myth and make. The second floor, which you can see overlooks the first floor, looks a little more comfortable. You see couches, comfy chairs, individuals engaged in a little bit of quieter conversation and things of that sort. And sprawling up above that second floor is the third floor, which is just appears to be a bunch of doors, with individuals occasionally going into the doors and closing them and engaged in a little bit of conversation as this. You see all 3 floors from where you're at. The servers of this bar are connected to the Fae. You see all make of pixie and fairy alike, flittering about, delivering drinks, delivering bits of food and things of that sort to all of the patrons on the first floor. To make up for the space, there are very few chairs here. This is a place where you're coming to drink and hang out and stuff like that. There are lots of like high top tables that people are standing around and listening to music and things of that sort. A ghostly band plays on a little out-jutting stage. You see the spectral forms of them playing there. Zach, for the first time in a long time, you're seeing other members of the undead community topside. Which has got to be super weird, and things of that sort. But this is the House of the Rising Sun. You see this bar. Heroes, what would you like to do?
Can I, real quick, can I give the red card to Zach? I was going to give it, I thought maybe the big guy should have it because he's like the scariest one of the group, but if I give it to Zach, I don't know that if it bestows any additional privileges or anything like that, but I think he would probably be the more appropriate, because I have my own card, person to hold on to it, because I have my own card.
Yeah, absolutely. Zach Martin, in super cool fashion, hands you the red card.
Sweet. Thanks.
Make it happen, Captain.
I'll actually signal for one of the pixies that are flying around.
Yeah, the pixies fly over, and you see a little, like, they kind of land in front of you, hovering in front of your face a little bit. Hi, may I help you?
I'll just take whatever's on tap, but we're hoping to meet Minnie. This is our first time here.
Oh, okay. She kind of rolls her eyes. She goes, so I assume you're going to be paying for his drinks?
Actually, I have a delivery.
For who?
For Minnie.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's usually in the back corner. And she kind of like cocks her head over to the side. You see, she flitters off to go grab you what's on tap. You see the shortest, squattest, widest man you've ever seen in your life. This man is wearing like a lime green suit that is bursting at the seams to contain the amount of bigness that is Minnie. Minnie is going around, and as you spot Minnie off in the corner, Minnie is going around polishing off the empties from a table of individuals that like leave, and just goes over and starts pouring all of the little bits of drink into a glass, and then pulls out like a cigarette butt, sniffs it, pops it in his mouth, eats it, and pours the rest of the half empties into a cup. He is sweating profusely, and he's got this comb over that he's just sweating so much that the comb over is kind of sticking up a little bit from the side as these hairs up. But he almost looks like a bigger, nastier Danny DeVito from Batman Returns, but just not as charismatic, if that's possible. With the lime green suit, he's just kind of polishing off empties off to the side.
Can we tell what type of creature he is? Is he human or?
Perception check for everybody looking.
I'm gonna do it too.
We're looking for a DC of 15 here, kids.
That ain't it.
Noah's pretty much a gawk, just kind of looking around the.
No,
the
but
place.
this place is great. You've been in your fair share of VIP parties and stuff like this, but never anything along those lines. Ooh, nice. Zach, you get a beat on this guy, and so do you, Becca. Zach, as you look over at him, you realize that this is a dwarf that has done the unthinkable.
He's shaved?
He's shaved. He does not have a beard, but he's got the same sort of short, stocky build and things of that sort. And he's just one of the first dwarven folk that you've ever seen that is shaved. And sure enough, as you get close, you would see the little tiny bits of toilet paper that are affixed to various cuts around his face that he just refused to take off, and things of that sort. But he's less muscular than you used to normally seeing dwarves. And Becca, you would recognize this as well, but just sort of a squat, fat individual. As you all are spending this time just sort of looking at him from afar, the dwarven folk looks over at you and just gives you a small nod.
Hey,
Not back.
I head over in that direction.
Hey, good looking. How are you? You look great. He's like, hey, Minnie, nice to meet you. And he holds out a hand to you to shake your hand.
Becca, and I go in for a fist bump.
He does the odd thing where he takes both of his hands and clamps down onto your fist. It's clammy and a little like sweaty and stuff like that. There's a liquid on his hands as he kind of clamps down on your hand. He goes, Becca, so you want to get out of here or like?
Oof. No, we're and I indicate everybody else to come over.
Has everybody joined Becca at this point?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other individuals are walking up, and he goes, "Oh, it's a party. All right. Well, I've been in worse. Do you guys all want to get out of here?
No.
No.
No, there's a delivery for you. Also, we needed to talk to you about a trip.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. A delivery? And he looks around, he looks at the box. Who's it from? He takes it, he opens it up, he goes, ha ha, sweet. I love these things. And he closes the box. Takes it and just kind of like puts it in a satchel at his side. He goes, cool, all right, well, you guys are okay with me. I appreciate you. So, what do you need? How can Minnie the Mooch help?
I should have known.
We're actually, and she tries to say this with as straight a face as possible because she's still not quite sure that this is actually what they're doing. We actually need to get to the moon.
Aha, yeah, the moon's great, right? It gets Zerai, get Yankee, all that nonsense. It's great. You need to get to the moon. Sure.
Yeah, just the standard way.
Yeah.
Did you have people that we set this up with?
Well, how soon do you need to get there?
Oh, ASAP, like yesterday.
I don't speak French.
I mean, not literally yesterday, like now.
Yeah. Oh.
5 minutes from now.
Oh, you got to get there now.
Half an hour
Okay.
from now.
He goes, sure.
Tomorrow morning. I don't know. Soon.
Hey, big guy. And he kind of toddles over to Noah. He's like, hey, man, you mind helping me out a little bit? Just
Noah bends down and lifts him up.
Yeah. Hey, grab your hands. What do you need? He says, just give me a little like twirl around the room. All right. Don't spin me. Yeah.
He gives a nice little spin.
All right. Noah, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, that's going to be a 7.
He is so sweaty that you give him a little twirl, and then all of a sudden, Minnie the Moocher slips out of your grips and hits a table, crashes into the table, and he goes, "Whoops-a-doodle!" The table crashes and breaks to the ground and things of that sort. A bunch of pixies fly over at this point, and they quickly rebuild the table. He goes, "That's not my bad. Sorry about that. That's." Another one, and they just hurriedly build the table. Zach, you're given an Abita. This Abita Purple Haze is on draft tonight, specifically New Orleans beer, but you're given a sort of a big glass there. And the little pixie flies over. She's like, do you want to open a tab?
No, this will be it, and I'll hand her a couple gold pieces.
She looks at it and she kind of smiles and gives you a little wink and stuff like that. She goes, let me know if you need anything else, and just kind of flitters off into the crowd. He goes, all right, well, you got options. There's a lot of weird folks that come to the House of the Rising Sun, so you got different choices. And luckily the place is popping tonight. I can see a few places that could be able to help you out.
Few places here.
Yeah, some of the factions, the different groups here. He goes, you got some fun choices. Tell you what, here they are. He kind of points over to a small group of individuals off to the side. He's like, that fellow over there that's trying to eat the napkin, he's a gray. We made contact with extraterrestrials way, like a few years ago, like the 1950s. And a bunch of them have been bumming around. I'm sure one of those guys can get you to the moon. You could talk to him. Over there, the drunken dudes with the white lab coats, those are Injin. Yes, that Injin. A bunch of scientists have all sort of bandied together after a bunch of failed projects and formed their own little think tank. I'm sure they could get you to the moon, but you might have some company with you, like a little raptor or something. Do I get
to know what this reference is?
Yeah, you guys are familiar with Jurassic Park and things of that sort. You thought it was a movie, along those lines. But he goes, okay, you got them. He goes, those guys, and he points to a bunch of roughnecks in the corner, all wearing all wearing like would appear to be like camo and stuff like that. They're all sort of talking and laughing. They've got like knee pads on. It almost looks like they're wearing like football pads, but they all look kind of like roughnecky. It's a couple of guys and a girl. He goes, that's Monster Hunters International. A bunch of do-gooders that go around with a government contract and stuff like that. But rumor is they bought a whole bunch of NASA stuff that they got on the cheap, and they've rigged together some stuff to deal with extraterrestrial menaces. You could always talk to Monster Hunters International, and they might be able to help you out. He goes, the egghead in the corner that's not drinking anything, that's writing on a notebook. He points over there. He goes, that's a follower of Trovik. These ashes are the pushers of the boundaries of magic. If you're looking to get there through a weird teleportation circle or you want to break a spell, the followers of Trovik, those are the guys to help you out. And the last is a little weird. He goes, second floor, right over there, you see that, you see the big blue elephant. And everybody's eyes dart up, and he goes, that is an imaginary friend. A long time ago, the imaginary friends fell through a portal here, and a bunch of them decided to stay. We don't know how they do half the stuff they do. But if you want to talk to an imaginary friend, they could probably take you over to the little compound they've set up, Imagination Station. But you got to get VIP access and talk to them. Plus, if you had ins with the Foundation, I'm sure they could help you out in some way. But there's a bunch of different options. Those are just the high rollers that are in here tonight.
Awesome. Do you know if any of them are at least friendly, neutral with the Githyanki and Githzari?
He goes, well, the Githyanki and the Githzari aren't known famously for making friends, if you catch my meaning. They are not everyone's BFFs, or anything along those lines. However, just between you, me, and Dupree, every single one of these groups might take you to the moon just on the off chance that they could get some of that sweet Githzari Githyanki tech. All right? But you didn't hear that from me. And he tries to wink at you, but he's got a very clear case of pink eye. And as he shuts his eye, like it sticks shut a little bit, and he goes, I crusted over, hang on, and just kind of rubs it until the crust falls off. He's like, it does that. It does that.
I'm going to try and sleight of hand some hand sanitizer to Becca.
Thank you.
Everyone?
Yeah. He goes, so,
she looks grateful.
So did that help, or that was good?
That was
sure,
great.
thank you. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So you guys want to get out of here, get the after party going?
We'll let you know.
We'll catch up with you
Okay,
later.
all right.
Or something.
Cool. If you'll excuse me, I hate to say this in polite company, but I need to go see a man about taking a huge dump. And he nods at all of you and just walks over towards, toddles over towards the bathroom area, pushing into people and picking up little bits of food off the floor and popping it into his mouth. Or what he hopes to be food.
Oh, a gentleman.
Well, that was
Two.
a person that... Okay.
It's maybe better if we don't talk about it.
You're right.
I'm highly uncomfortable
I'm
right
gonna
now. Thank you
Go
for
to
the sanitizer.
restroom and wash my eyeballs and
Don't go in there. Don't go in there.
You may wanna
Don't
wait.
follow him.
Where are you going, Martin?
To make a con saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
I can't follow him in there. That would be I might puke on him.
Gross. All right, so who wants to go talk to who?
Should we split up and increase our odds, or should we all go to the same person?
I
I
suspect
love that option.
there were 2 options there, yeah.
They were great.
I think we should all collectively go to the same group, personally.
Okay. Does anybody have any thoughts on who they'd like to see?
The followers of Trovik seem to be the ones who would be able to do it fastest. Personally, I have no real interest in getting myself inside a ship made of technology.
Would you break?
What kind of ship do you want to get into? I mean, technology seems like a pretty great way to.
The magic circle
No,
tends
okay.
to be the way I like to travel long distances.
Got it. And you think best chances followers of Trovik for that?
I believe that's what they said, right? That's what they
Great.
said.
Yeah. Okay. I want to talk to the dino guys on the way up, but that's just because I'm super interested in dinosaurs. I don't really care if they get me to space or not. Anyway, so, I mean, no, that wasn't meant to imply. Anyway, yeah, let's go talk to the followers of Trovik. Yeah.
Well, wait.
I mean,
Noah
or
has to
someone
know.
else.
Noah's got to know the imaginary friend one. Is it a plushie, or is it? I mean,
It is a full on as you kind of look up at the second floor, he looks to be engaged in conversation with someone, but he is wearing a monocle. He has a brightly colored rainbow top hat on. He's wearing a blue set of overalls that are a slightly different shade of blue to his blue elephant form. He's not a full elephant, but he's more of a loxodon type individual. But as he's up there, you see he goes, excuse me, and turns in his trunk, shoots out bubbles. As they kind of go out and they kind of float up to the ceiling a little bit, and then goes back to continuing his conversation with this sort of ordinary-looking gentleman who's wearing a three-piece suit and walking with a bit of a limp. But he's having a very sort of engaging conversation with this blue elephant.
you guys think we could go to the moon in bubbles?
I don't.
We
Maybe,
can certainly
but-
try.
Okay, when you say it like
It's
that, that's
not-
a bad idea.
It's not techie.
I don't.
All right, Noah, would you like me to go with you to talk to the imaginary friends people about
100%.
space travel?
I think so. I think. Let's be honest here. I mean, we're talking. Yeah. I think it would be cool. I don't know about you. I think it would be cool. I just saying that.
All right, so the 2 of you can go talk to them. We'll go talk to the followers of Trovik, and then we'll meet back here-ish.
If they at all are
Or
not
here
paying
is-
attention to me, I am totally wandering.
Stealth check, Martin, as everybody's like, cool, we have a plan. We've lost our cleric. Give me a stealth check, Martin.
Yeah, because this is worse. 10.
10. You're not as
Yeah, my
stealthy
passive
as you'd
perception
like.
is 11.
Yeah, everybody notices, but Martin just begins to wander. What are you doing, buddy? You just wandering around the bar, like just getting a
I've been here all of 10 minutes, and I have not seen any propositions at all. I am 100% wanting to see something.
Yep. You
I don't even know what it is, but I want to know what it is.
Yeah, Martin, you begin to wander the first floor bar, just sort of picking up on random conversations and things of that sort. We'll get to that in a second. Noah and Becca, you're going to go try to make your way upstairs to the second floor. And Zach, Exo, and Father Patrick, you're going to go speak to the follower of Trovik in the corner. The individual that's just sort of head down focused. It looks to be like a gnomish fellow who's head down focused and must have brought their own stool, which is a metal contraption coming out of their pants. You know what I mean?
All right. It's ingenious. I like
Maybe.
it.
Cool. Becca, Noah, yeah, you head over towards the one set of stairs that lead up, and you see the stone elemental or the earth elemental puts up a hand, and in just a gravelly voice, it goes, "Pass."
I'm
Look
sorry.
at Becca. Did you hear what he said?
Pass. You have pass.
Yes, we have to pass. Thank you.
The Earth Elemental puts a very large hand up and goes, "Need pass."
Oh, Noah, did you bring the card?
Oh,
Wait, is it a password or is it just the card we brought in with us?
He goes, "Gold pass."
Oh, the gold pass. Yeah. It's here. And I flash a minor illusion of a the edge, the corner of a little gold rectangle in my pocket.
Okay, you're just like, oh yeah, like this. You
Yeah.
flip the ID really quick, so no one can notice. All right, sleight of hand check
Break out the old psychic paper here.
versus perception.
Oh no! Oh no!
Even with the +6, it's not great, Becca. You kind of flash the gold, and he shakes his head and immediately kind of reaches out a big meaty hand to grab your arm, Becca, and wraps his fist around your arm. It hurts. He gives it a little squeeze and stuff like that as he goes to grab your arm.
Sorry. What is this, like a VIP area? I was just wanting to meet the elephant guy over there.
You kind of point up and you hear Balboa, enough, please. As a lilting voice walks down the stairs, you see a beautiful woman with a very large hat that looks like it would be befitting at the Kentucky Derby. Bright yellow, just sort of sprawling out from the top of her head. She's wearing a beautiful red, sparkly evening gown that gives serious Jessica Rabbit vibes. This woman walks down the stairs, and her ebony skin glistens in the darting lights of the club. As she walks down the stairs one step at a time, she looks down at you and smiles and says, "You're looking for VIP entrance, yes?"
Yes. I mean, I didn't know it was the VIP entrance. I was just Hi, I'm Becca. What's your name?
She goes, "Medusa," and goes and shakes your hand. She very gentle handshake as she reaches out and grabs your hand and just gives it a small shake. And she goes, "Noah the Ark Sorensen. I'm familiar with you as well." And she reaches forward and grabs your hand as well, Noah, and just gives it a small shake and gives you a nod. She goes, "Unfortunately, this is for customers here at the club that are of a more discerning nature, so I have to be very selective about who goes up there. Many people pay quite a bit for the pleasure to go to the second floor."
What's so? I mean, forgive me if it sounds ignorant. I've never been here before. What's so special about the second floor?
She looks at you and she goes, "It's for VIPs."
Oh, okay. Well, we're both VIPs. I mean, you know him, and I'm assuming you know who I am.
No, should I?
Yeah, Becca, Fantastic Phantasms?
Is that a technology thing?
Oh, yeah, it's a technology thing. But, I'm really well known.
She's really well known. And it's like, I got a hat too because
He's got my hat.
It's like, yeah,
I can see
she does
that.
hats and stuff.
Your hats are very pretty. I'm afraid I still can't let you into the second floor. Unless...
Is there any way that we could talk to...
She looks up. She goes, Well, there's 3 ways of payment here. The first one I don't feel is for you. The second is blood, if you'd like to donate a little bit. And the third is favors.
I can get
did
you...
need help with something?
I always am looking for people to help. Are you offering?
I mean, Noah, what were you... No, you were starting to say something. No?
Noah leans over. I think she's wondering if there's a favor we can do for you.
Right. Yeah, I just didn't know if you had something it sounded like you were starting to say something. Yeah. Did you need some help with something? I mean,
I do. Tell you what, we'll hash out the details later. Intent is all I need. If you want to go speak to the gentleman up on the second floor, consider yourselves having temporary passes. We'll hash out the details later. She reaches into her, reaches behind her and seems to pull 2 cards out of thin air that match, very similar to Martin's card. The black and gold sort of symbols on them, and hands one to you, Becca, and one to you, Noah.
oh my gosh, thank you so much. This is great.
Isn't it?
Wow. Yeah.
So
thank
easy.
You.
I didn't get your names. I know yours, Noah, and you said Becca?
Oh, my name is Becca, yeah.
Okay. Becca and Noah. We can use this. And she gives you a small nod and leans up against the wall and gestures up to the second floor.
Noah holds up his gold card to the Earth Elemental.
Yeah, the Earth Elemental lets you 2 pass. Cool.
As we pass by. As we pass by and get out of here, I'm gonna look over at Noah and go, "Wow, that was so easy."
That was way easy. We should have done this a long time ago.
Gosh, I mean, everybody's so friendly here. She was great.
You head up to the second floor. Zach, Exo, and Father Patrick. You head over towards where the small gnome is busily writing in a few different notebooks and things of that sort.
Is there any way to take a peek before we get his attention?
Yeah, absolutely. I will say give me a perception check to sort of catch a peek at what this gnome is crafting. And not 20. Holy smokes. This particular gnome is doing a lot of drawings that appear to be that of mechanical exo. You would recognize them as upgrades, people. Upgrades. Arms, legs, wings, chest plates. Like this guy is designing full tilt different sort of upgrades and things of that sort, and augmentations, and is just in it to win it. He's drinking from a small cup of coffee that seems to be automatically replenishing itself off to the side.
His body language looks like he's like trying to be secretive about anything whatsoever.
No. In fact, almost the opposite. Not that he's trying to blatantly show this. He is in a different place than you all right now. He is so hyper-focused and concentrating on this, and just occasionally we'll go over and have a sip of coffee and then just begin to write in the notebook as if possessed, drawing sketches, writing mathematical formulas, doing little measurements and things of that sort, filling the stack of notebooks that are at the same table with him.
Okay. I would. Okay, so yeah. Oh, never mind. Who was it? Zach walked up and started peeking. So yeah, go for it.
I'll peek over his shoulder. Wow, those are really, really cool.
I'm sorry. What?
Sorry, I didn't mean to distract you. Those...
No. You're talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, that's new. Hi.
How's it going? I was just taking a look at your blueprints. Those are pretty dang cool.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, this is like a passion project for me. I'm really excited, and I've been trying to figure out different ways to augment different types of bodies and things of that sort.
Augment bodies. Exo is sliding into the chair.
Yeah. Well, there's no chairs at the table. As you get close, you realize that he's invented pants chair. Like he's invented these like little like legs that come out of the butt of his pants to form a little like pants chair, like this sort of thing. There are no like chairs in the space and stuff. That's the only like thing that's propping his short stat up so that he can be at the table at this point. He goes, "Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm really just sort of like focused on this. I have to bring something to the Inventors Expo that's coming up. Occasionally we'll do like a little expo. It's very fun because you get to like kind of push yourself beyond the normal limits of your brain. And I haven't slept for 2 days, but I'm getting some real good ideas down in the notebook, and I'm real excited about."
I'll poke him.
About the different prospects that I have before
Hey,
for
buddy,
me.
when is this? When is this happening?
Inventors Expo. It's actually happening tomorrow night, and I'm really stoked, and I haven't been sleeping that well, so that's why I come here, because they have this never-ending cup of coffee that you actually rent by the hour, and it just automatically refills itself. So you're not actually buying the coffee; you're buying for how long you want the
Poor baby. I want to
Take his pulse this time.
Yeah, you check his pulse. It's racing. His body is shutting down and taking these little micro naps, for lack of a better term, for the gnome, as he's just he's getting overexcited, and the computer's just sort of short circuiting a little bit. After a few seconds, he pops up. He goes, "Sorry about that. I guess there's limitations for even my body."
Speaking of upgrades, do you think you could do anything about this? And I'll pull up my sleeve and pop my hand off.
Oh my god! What happened? It doesn't do that.
Oh no, I died.
Oh, okay.
He's better now.
I've never thought about adapting this for like necrotic tissue, but I would be happy to take a look at it. You're welcome to come to my workshop. I have a little place not too far from here. I fix clocks mostly, but I've got a little shop set up in the back. Is that why you're talking to me? You just needed some help with your hand?
Well, no, just kind of shooting the breeze and stuff. We actually need to get to the moon.
The moon?
Yeah, the moon.
The moon?
The moon. The big one in the sky. That's correct.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. That would be great. That's the Githzerai and the Githyanki and things of that sort. That's the dream, right? I guess you could. I'm kind of working on that myself. That's where the Inventors Expo is tomorrow night. And things of that sort. So yeah, absolutely. That's the dream. Well, you need to get to the moon?
Correct.
Did you just say the Inventors Expo was on the moon?
Yes, yeah. We're sort of a precursor to some sort of peace talks and things of that sort. The one who makes the one who makes the best invention actually gets put into the Hall of Fame there, and you get a little plaque and things of that sort. So,
I've been there. That's actually a very nice hole.
You've been there.
Oh, yeah, I've actually been on the moon for about 7 years. So, and then I'm on vacation currently. Just need a little help getting back. That's all.
He takes out a little doohickey, for lack of a better term. It looks like an EMF meter if we have any Ghostbuster fans in the area, and immediately sort of ignores everybody at the table and just hops up on the table and starts scanning Father Patrick. Just kind of like waving it in front of his face and scanning up and down the arms and things of that sort, and just sort of going off on a tangent there as he goes into a little like scanning relay here. He goes, "Okay. Yeah, you really have been to the moon. It's kind of altered your density a little bit. That's kind of cool."
Did he just call me fat?
No, he called you dense.
And he goes, "Okay, yeah. I mean, sure, absolutely. I guess I could use some lab assistance. You'd have to help me with my invention and sort of participate in the expo. And like I said, I don't get to really go up there until I pass the qualifying round in the morning, and then I would go up there in the evening. But yeah, I'm not sure if you all wanted to help me as in terms of a administrative group. I could always use a little bit of help."
I'm sure we could work something out. To even kind of motivate you a little bit more, my buddy over there, and I'll point out Noah, He was actually adopted by a couple of them, and they are pretty fantastic inventors themselves. I'm sure we could introduce you.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me see what I can do. And he pulls out a phone and just starts like sort of texting on a phone. While that conversation is going on, Martin, you're just sort of wandering around the space, right, Bubba?
Oh yeah, this is the most exciting thing ever.
Okay. Yeah, Martin, give me a D100, pal.
Oh, this is gonna alter my life.
It's gonna alter your life, Bubba.
34.
34. Okay. Let's see. Who does Martin encounter? Okay. Martin, you see a couple of individuals that are engaged in conversation and things of that sort. You go over and you're just kind of listening in on conversations. You catch little bits of this or that and things of that sort. A couple of the individuals talking about how they love this room, but really the VIP section is where it's at. They can't wait for the games to go on before the bar closes, and things of that sort. The other individual that you happen to run across is what appears to be a tiger, standing upright, but their hands are on backwards. And they're sort of holding court with an entourage of individuals that are often a little like side corner. But he's doing there, and occasionally at one point he will point one of those hands that are on backwards over at one of the bottles, and a bottle will just sort of manifest from the back wall onto the table, and they'll continue talking. But he is talking about how that they have big plans. You notice that the hair on the tiger, the fur on the tiger is sort of spiked up and things of that sort. And they're talking about their next big job that they're going to run. You tend to just be paying attention to any conversation, but they're talking about what appears to be a heist of some sort as they continue to have this conversation with this sort of like motley crew of individuals off in the corner.
This is great.
Yeah, you wander around the club and just begin to occasionally one of the pixies comes by and asks you if you want a drink, if you want some food.
No, I'm good. What's the name of this room?
What room?
The room we're in. This one. Right here.
The first floor?
The room. Like, are there names for each room? Or is there a name for the floor?
No, it's just the first floor.
Okay. So this is like... Okay, so there's VIP. I know that, right? Okay.
Right.
Where's that?
And she kind of looks over at the stairs where the big, like, sort of rock elemental is, where Noah and Becca are currently walking up, giving each other high fives and mouthing the words, "Man, that was easy," as they're heading over to, like, the second floor.
Okay, so there's that. But there's... Okay. Is there more than one room on the first floor?
She shakes her head no.
Are there more rooms on the second floor?
She shakes her head yes.
How many floors are there?
She looks at you for a second and looks like she's trying to think about it. I don't really remember.
My first time here. I'm trying to know everything.
Yeah, I just can't seem to remember.
Oh, wait, I read about this. This is one of those tip, right?
She's just looking at you, just kind of looking up at the ceiling.
Is there a pay scale? Like, how much? Like, here's $1, yes?
She's like, you're not ready for those other floors, I think.
Is there a menu? I don't understand.
She looks up at you and just very sweetly kind of pats your cheek, and she's like, if you have to ask, you're not ready.
You're probably right. I've never been here before.
She goes, it's pretty clear.
Maybe next time. What does this get me? And I'll pull out the card.
She
what
goes,
is this?
Oh, you've already got VIP access.
Is that what this is?
Yep, that allows you to take one guest with you to the second floor.
One guest. I can take a guest with me.
You could.
Okay, this is cool. This is cool. This is cool. All right. Okay. All right. All right. Cool. Cool.
Absolutely zero chill for Martin.
I'm just gonna go sit over here by the wall. Is that cool? Can I? Are they taken?
On the second floor?
No, they're just here on the first floor. I just want to.
You can stand.
I'm just trying to take it in. I'm trying to take it in.
You can stand by the wall if you want to.
Okay. I don't have to like call a spot or anything, because there aren't any chairs, so I don't want to take anybody's spot.
Oh, sweetie, no, you're fine. You can just go stand by the wall. Bless your heart.
I'm gonna stand over the butt. Then I go over to the wall because I'm like really uncomfortable now because I just want to like touch the wall and like, oh, nice wall.
Give me a sweet persuasion check, buddy. 4. You're putting out the good vibes by the wall, man. You give the back wall a little pat.
Do I see the rest? Now that I saw them going up to the second floor, do I see the rest of them where they're at?
Zach, Exo, and Father Patrick are engaged in conversation with a gnome that is scanning Father Patrick.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Cool. Anything else going on? Anything? I see the heist is going over there, but any other people that stick out?
Other than the groups that I told you about that are just sort of scattered around the bar, having little bits of conversation. It looks like the Roughnecks are playing a game of cards. The Monster Hunter International, they're playing like their own game of cards. You're having a hard time understanding the rules because it's just two people kind of going back and forth, and one of them throws a 9 down, and everybody... one person goes, less than, come on! And they're just, it's turned into a big old thing, like, over there.
Okay. All right. Cool. I'm going to hold off and wait to see if the other group goes up, and if they go up, I'll follow them upstairs.
Becca and Noah, you head up the stairs. You sort of cut through the din and to the bear, to the blue elephant who's speaking with an individual walking with a cane. He's got graying hair at the temples and things of that sort, and is speaking with a pretty distinct British accent. And he goes, it's so hard to find a cup of tea. I was like, I don't know if you find the same. And the elephant goes, oh, absolutely. I find that it's most difficult to find a cup of tea. The only ones who are usually able to fix it are the little children who are throwing tea parties. And the British man goes, well, no, that's wrong. Children are gross. And he goes, well, we're going to have to agree to disagree.
Hi there.
The older gentleman sort of turns around and looks at you, Becca, goes, well, you look vaguely familiar. Do I know you?
Oh, you might. I don't know. I'm Becca.
Huh.
Oh, I just wanted to meet you. I mean, you seem pretty interesting.
Were you speaking?
No, she's talking to the old gentleman, or is she talking to the elephant?
I'm talking to the elephant.
Yeah, the older.
I'm so sorry to have interrupted.
The older gentleman nods at you and goes, "No, it's fine. I'm used to it. It was a pleasure, Mr. Fancy Pants, an absolute pleasure." And he nods and he goes, "And enjoy your conversation." The gentleman walks past you and goes, "Zuki, we're leaving," and walks just away from that floor back down to the first, as a small cockroach flitters from the second floor and lands on his shoulder, and he heads down the stairs. Mr. Fancy Pants looks at you and goes, "Hello, may I help you, dear?"
Is your name Mr. Fancy Pants?
No, my name is Lord Edgewater the Fifth, Fancy Pants, but you may call me Mr. Fancy Pants.
I love it. My name is Becca. This is Noah.
I'm Noah. I'm Noah the Ark.
And he looks, Noah the Ark, an absolute delight. Would you like some tea?
Sure.
He takes one of the bubbles that comes out of his nose, takes it and basically molds it into his hand, forms it into a small teacup, and hands it over to you, Noah. Takes another bubble and forms it into a teacup and hands it to you, Becca. And he goes, yes, Earl Grey, piping hot. And we'll reach behind him and pull out a teapot from seamlessly out of nowhere, pouring you each a little bit of Earl Grey, and then take the teapot and take a bite out of the spout of it. So, what brings you here to the House of the Rising Sun?
Oh, we need to get to the moon. Can you help us?
Absolutely! The moon is filled with many a fun adventure. Of course. Who doesn't want to visit the moon? Well, I suppose I could assist you in making it to the moon, but you'd have to participate in the race.
The race? Tell
What
me
race?
more.
Oh, yes, well, we have the Super Fun 5000. It's a race of sorts, sprawling all parts west. We go all throughout the land, but the final race, should you make it there, will take you to the moon, where we ride on moon buggies. That's if you make it past the Rainbow Falls. But it is a collection of races. We do them probably once a month.
Oh, when is the next one?
Why, it's, he looks at his watch and then takes his hand and, like, spins the wheel around and he goes, dunk. Why, it starts tomorrow.
Okay, and then when is the last one that goes to the moon?
Well, it'll be that night, I imagine.
Oh.
4 different races, the final of which is ending on the moon.
So, what are we racing?
Different vehicles of sorts, whatever the imagination can conjure.
Do we build our own vehicles?
Of course.
All right, cool. I mean, is this like, do we get like imagination help? Like we imagine it and then it just kind of manifests?
That's what he just said.
You don't need help from your imagination. Your imagination helps you. And he just sort of nods his head knowingly.
Okay. But if we're not practiced at building things from our imagination and making them physically real.
So where do we sign up?
If you use your mind, all will be fine.
Okay. Sure, that sounds, I mean, do we go to a special place where we build these things from our mind? I mean, like if I did it now, if I tried to imagine a vehicle, would it just manifest right here?
Oh no, you'd have to start at the imagination station.
Ah, there's a place. Okay, that helps us.
Yes.
Okay.
Where all the rules of reality have been broken to our whim.
That helps. That helps. I'm good at imagining stuff. How about you, Noah?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I already know what I want.
Perfect. Well, I suppose, then, I will see you tomorrow. Is it just the two of you?
Well, is there
No. There's...
No, go ahead, Noah.
I just, where is this? Where's the imagination station?
Oh, it exists in the land of Nod, in between the world of dreams and awake. There is an
get there, Becca?
There is an entrance fee, of course. Your childhood.
Like my whole
Yes, should you lose the race, you will give up your childhood.
Like we don't remember our childhood?
No, it will belong to whoever wins the race.
That seems like a pretty steep price.
Yes, quite.
Cool. Great. If we wanted to sign up, where we would just go. Where is the imagination station?
Well, I suppose
the land of Nod.
I suppose just check in with me, and I can give you the potions that you would need to enter into the imagination station.
Okay. Great. All right, you gonna be around tonight?
I will be right here as long as I am needed.
That's so amazing.
Of course.
So good to meet you.
Yes. He gives you a small nod and finishes eating his teapot and things of that sort. And as you do, you see another individual sort of like come up and like sort of like waiting in line behind you. And he goes, excuse me, Mr. Fancy Pants. He goes, yes, another racer excited for Imagination Station. All aboard. And this individual kind of scoots past you and begins to have a conversation with him. Let's go back to Zach, Exo, and Father Patrick. Your individual is sort of looking about and he goes, yeah, absolutely. I could use the help. Many of my lab assistants refuse to sign up just because of the dangers inherent in the Battle of the Minds. But if you're willing,
which dangers exactly?
Oh, I mean, well, it's really, really competitive. We kind of have to relocate to this small town in the middle of Montana, in the middle of nowhere. And people just can be a little cutthroat. I mean, everybody wants to win, so there's sabotaging of experiments. There's always a few disappearances or malfunctions, and things that happen. But I mean, I tend to be pretty good with robotics. So, I mean, what are the odds that somebody's going to be lose their legs 3 years in a row? Like 2 years, that's probably fine. But 3 years, what's the worst that could happen?
You're absolutely right. Do you already have a programmer on staff?
No, but I could use one.
Well, hey there.
He goes, hey, yeah. I'm going to work on this a little bit longer, but if you're truly interested, just come and see me as soon as I get these thoughts out of my head, and we'll get you all signed up and squared away.
I've already lost my legs once. What's there to lose again, right?
Right. I mean, a disintegration ray? I mean, it's a Tuesday.
Right. Wednesdays. Am I right? So before the end is up, we'll let you know, I'm sure.
Please, yeah, do.
Pink, did we catch his name?
You never asked.
Okay. Yeah, we'll definitely let you know. Exo, nice to meet you.
Oh, Felrin, nice to meet you too.
Felrin.
Yeah.
Okay, this is Zach, and how do you want... What...
Nope, not that one. You can just call me Patrick.
Patrick.
Cool. Yeah, that's kind of a name, so I would like that. Patrick, it's great. And Zach, sorry about the dead thing, but it looks like you're taking it in stride.
I mean, yeah. Haven't lost a leg in a little while.
They've got a formaldehyde Long Island iced tea that I hear is really good here.
All right, come on, Google. Don't.
Check it out.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'll be here. You guys watch as Noah and Becca kind of finish their conversation with odd and confused looks on their faces.
Noah's not confused. He is excited.
Before we leave, are there any others on the second floor VIP area that he mentioned, like the InGen people or the Greys?
This was the only individual on the second floor. I mean, there are some different characters up here. I'll say this: the three characters that you see on the third floor, there's a dude sitting over in the corner that appears to be just a combination of rags. He's the skinniest looking individual you've ever seen before. He looks to be homeless, just unshaved, unkempt, wearing what appears to be a bunch of different rags and discarded clothing. But occasionally he at one point he gets thirsty and he flips open a straight edge. Do you know what I mean? A straight razor. Cuts a hole in the air. Sticks his hand in the hole, grabs a beer, pulls it out, and takes the straight edge razor again and cuts upward, and the hole in reality closes. And he just kind of goes about his business. He's kind of sulking, held in this little, this little container. The Medusa is speaking with a woman that is covered in scars. Long blonde hair, looks like a Viking goddess. Were she not strapped with every available gun known to man? This woman has guns on every available inch of her, grenades strapped in a bandolier, and she's reeking of brimstone. But she's got all of these guns sort of just strapped to every available part of her, and she's having a what appears to be a perfectly pleasant conversation with Medusa off in the corner. And the other individual is a really confused looking guy wearing a bathrobe and just what appears to be pajamas that are not perfectly kept at all, and just is super confused as his buddy is just waving a fish at him. that they seem to be just having this conversation, and his buddy off in the corner is like telling him about a fish, and he's kind of putting a hand up, and his friend is trying to talk to him about this fish that he has. Those are the only individuals of note up on this second floor.
Hey, Noah, is there anything you wanted to do up here before we left?
No, I don't think so. I think we need to go let the guys know that we found a way to get to the moon.
You see, okay. You know what? I think you should tell them.
I'm going to. This is going to be great.
I think this would be great. I think you should absolutely tell them all about this idea. All right, we can always come up here later. Sure.
Yeah. Oh, we lost her.
Oh my gosh.
What happened?
I like that idea, apparently.
Martin. You're watching all these conversations happen, and you're just kind of leaning back up against the wall and things of that sort. What are you doing? You just kind of putting the vibe out? Are we just hanging out?
Nope. I feel like I've worked up enough courage to head to the second floor. I want to test this VIP card.
Yeah, you flash the card, and the stone golem does not give you much mind at all. I will say that you are fully aware of the conversations that are going on. You see this beautiful woman in a red dress who's speaking with a woman strapped and loaded for bear. You see a dude that's just kind of sitting off in a corner on one of those comfy chairs, occasionally drinking a beer, just kind of scoping out, looking perfectly at home in his surroundings. And these two other gentlemen off in the corner having another conversation. I will say that you notice a set of stairs leading up to the third floor from where you are.
Yes. Is there anybody standing at the third floor entrance there?
There doesn't appear to be at the moment.
Okay, can I walk that direction?
Yeah.
Towards the staircase?
Yeah.
And I'll
Are we still in conversation as this is happening?
I will say that you are still in conversation while this is happening. So Martin, you head up to that third floor, and as you walk over there, a individual slides down a set of like a banister, not a banister, but from the very top of that third floor, slides down a railing, boom, and pops in front of you. He is wearing blue jeans and some dress shoes. He's got a white shirt that displays his gray skin pretty prevalently. He's got white gray hair that's tucked back over his white gray skin, big happy eyes, and a very handsome sort of boyish face as he slides down the banister and lands right in front of you. Hey, Tiger. Welcome to the House of the Rising Sun. It's going, pal. It's going. How can I help you?
Just looking around. First day here, checking it all out.
Well, the third floor, I see you got your VIP card. Good for you. But big proud. The third floor is for those that are seeking companionship for the evening. Is that something you'd be interested in?
I mean, I could talk for... Yeah, I mean...
Can you now?
What do we play games? What have we got?
He goes, oh, bless your heart. No. I mean that could be included if you were interested, but it's more of a situation involving you know what? It's involving anything that you'd like. But we start at $500. Is that within your price range?
They don't have to pay me. I mean,
no, you would actually
do it for free.
He looks at you and he goes, "What's your name?"
Mine?
Yeah.
Martin.
Yep. Martin, I'm going to say that the third floor is closed.
Oh.
Well, how do I get to the fourth floor? Is there an elevator?
No. The fourth floor is the private living quarters of Miss Medusa herself. So you don't get up there unless she tells you to get up there. But unfortunately, the third floor is closed for renovations.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
You guys are probably pretty busy.
We are super busy.
Yeah. It's a really cool place.
Thanks, man. Yeah, no, I appreciate it.
As my grandpa got gave me the car. But I've been researching this place for a long time.
Who's your grandpa?
Grandpa.
Ah, well, that was my grandpa's name too.
Yeah, and it's coincidence.
Yeah.
They're the best grandpas. So, yeah, I guess you got the night off. You don't have to watch the. Or are you just telling everybody when they come up it's closed?
You know what? I just got to tell them that we're closed down.
Oh, gotcha. All right, well, have fun.
Thanks.
Seems like boring, and it's a little boring.
Ugh,
But
the worst.
man, this house is great. Like, I mean, it's an actual house. Like, it's alive. It's alive. We're gonna be best friends.
You in the house.
I mean, the house is awesome.
Whatever floats your boat.
Would you want to be friends with a house?
Yes. It's always good to befriend the house.
You work here, so you probably know each other already and everything. I haven't even got to the name basis yet, but I'm working on it. See what I can do.
He looks at you somewhat funny at this. He looks at you somewhat funny, and he goes, "Have you talked to her?"
I'm not sure, like, talk, maybe, like, connect, yeah. But I don't know that we...
You in the house.
Well, yeah, it's a nice house.
Kiddo, I want to try something with you, if you'll allow me.
Sure. All right.
He puts both of his hands up and puts them on either side of your head.
It's a little weird. All right, go ahead.
Okay. He touches two of his finger points to the side of your head, and as he does, he kind of closes his eyes and concentrates. And you see him change immediately into you, Martin, into your appearance and stuff like that. And then you see him turn into your grandpa, clothing, face, appearance, all of it. And then he turns into something else. He turns into a individual with a sort of grizzled face and grizzled appearance that is wearing old clothing and what appears to be leathers and things of that sort, that is holding a sword at his side, a bit of a sour expression on it, with scars crisscrossing and traveling up and down his arms, that you would recognize are the signs of someone being struck by lightning. And what it does to the veins. He takes his hands back and he goes, "Martin, has anybody ever told you you're a little special?"
Yeah, I don't... Listen, sticks and stones. Sticks and stones.
Sticks and stones, buddy. Tell you what, we're closed for right now, but I think you should come back.
Oh, of course.
You wanna?
I mean, like, when? Like an hour?
Why don't you, if you're going to be sticking around for a little bit, you could always go buy me a drink and then come back.
I'm not sure how that works. Like, why am I... Like, did you order it and I'm just going to go get it? I mean...
Bless your heart.
Don't they have waitresses for this?
Martin, I'll talk to you.
Pixie.
I'll talk to you soon, buddy.
All right, cool. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Oh, also I head back down to the front where the one with all the ammo, the lady with all the guns and stuff.
Okay.
Just kind of hang over near that.
You're hanging over near her.
And Medusa.
Yeah, this draws the attention of Medusa and the woman next to her. They both sort of look over at you, and she smiles, and Medusa's eyes go past you and just sort of flicker across the floor rather quickly until they land on your friends. Medusa looks over particularly at the table that Zach, Exo, and Father Patrick are engaged in conversation with, and her mouth drops open in surprise. The woman next to her sees this and says, "Who? You want me to kill him?" And Medusa holds a hand up. She goes, "No, thank you, Susie. I can handle this myself." And then she looks over at Susie and she goes, Maybe.
Do I hear all of that?
Yes. She turns to look at you and she goes, "May I help you?"
Yeah, don't kill them. They're nice people.
Do you know who that is? She points at Father Patrick.
Yeah.
Who is that?
In our group.
He's in your group.
He's the new guy.
What is his name?
Father Patrick.
I take it back. Kill him.
Whoa.
Susie takes the shotgun from her back and just goes, pumps the shotgun and jumps off the second floor. Jumps off of the second floor, landing on the table. Noah and Becca, you two are walking down the stairs and joining up with a group. Exo, Zach, and Father Patrick, you're kind of beelining over towards where Becca and Noah is. When the largest woman that any of you have ever seen jumps off the second floor and puts a shotgun directly underneath Father Patrick's chin, tilting the head upward. She smiles a bit and says, "I don't know you, but she wants to talk to you." And tilts your head up with the shotgun butt until your head is sort of bent back like this, looking up at Medusa.
Okay.
We wouldn't have heard this. Would we have heard
All of
what
you
she
would have
said?
seen this, and I think you're close enough to hear this. She
Okay,
wants
I'm
to
gonna
talk
rush
to you.
over
To where?
to where he is.
Okay.
Oh no! Are we still? Because we're still.
You're
we're
walking
coming
down the
from floor.
stairs.
Do
Yeah.
you see Medusa?
You do see Medusa. Medusa is slowly sort of walking towards where you and Noah are. But only... Exo, Zach, Noah, Becca, and Martin give me insight checks. Martin, what are you doing, bud?
Well, as soon as like she says kill him, and I'm like, whoa. I wanted to whip out my card and say, he's my +1. He's my +1.
Martin, as you say, wait, it's okay, he's my +1, you start hearing the sounds of somebody taking a can that's filled with rocks and shaking it up really bad, coming out from underneath her hat. As you go like, no, it's okay, he's my +1, he's with me. And she kind of turns and looks at you and she goes, noted. These are poopy inside checks, kids.
Yeah.
These are real bad. What was my highest? A 12?
14.
14?
We had a 14 from Zach.
Zach, she's putting on a show as she walks down these stairs. For everyone else, it looks like a sort of disinterested look, but for you, you can tell. You know when somebody's putting on a show. She walks over to where Father Patrick is, making her way down the stairs. Martin, are you following behind her?
Yeah, still wave my card. +1.
+1. Becca and Noah, what are you doing?
I was gonna try to get over to where Medusa was and stop whatever was going on.
You can stand in front of her. I think she would.
To her.
She stops
Okay.
and she goes, Becca.
Hey, yeah. I mean, that was me from earlier. I don't know if you remember me or not. We got the card. He's with us. We've actually got to return him to the moon. We need him here.
We're putting him
with
back
us
in
so that we
prison.
can-
He has to go to jail, and we're taking him there. We're taking him to Moon Jail.
Let me get this straight. He's Martin's +1.
Yes.
But he's
Just
also
like the look that Patrick gives Martin.
But he's also here with you, Becca.
Yes.
And Noah, you wish to take him to Moon Jail.
Yes.
Well, yeah, we have to
Quite a
so that
bit
we can get Noah's dad out of Moon Jail.
change.
You don't get to talk at all. I would like to personally invite you, Becca, Noah, Martin, these two, which are looking at me somewhat mouths agape, as she points to Exo and Zach, all of you I would like to personally invite up into the garden on the rooftop.
Do we get an extra card for that?
She goes, sure. She will manifest these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green cards that have the similar sheen to them. She goes, just tap on the card and the doorway will open. You're all invited.
What about
Noah
his
starts tapping
card?
on the card without even
'Cause she
thinking.
didn't
He just starts tapping on the card.
She didn't give one to Patrick, right?
No, she did not.
Okay. What about him? We probably shouldn't leave him unattended.
Oh, he doesn't have a choice, but the rest of you are invited.
Oh, but you didn't give him a card.
No, I didn't.
I don't have a choice in whether or not I'm going, is what she's saying.
Got it. Okay. Cool. Well, let's go then. I tap the card.
Yep. A little doorway to a lush rooftop garden opens in front of you. The night sky of New Orleans sort of shining down. You see a bunch of fairy lights. Everyone in the bar looking over at you with a bit of envious look to them as you all step through into the rooftop garden bar of the House of the Rising Sun. There is one lone bartender, which is Martin's friend, that is sitting behind the bar, that same sort of changeling skin and hair, looking a little bit, somewhat surprised as you all make your way up to the bar, but sits up behind the bar and just is like sort of studying the group with a, oh shit, something's about to happen, as Susie gives a little tap to Father Patrick with the shotgun to push him towards the door to the rooftop bar.
Oh, I know the way.
No. Susie steps in behind him, and all of a sudden, Father Patrick, your connection to your friend is cut, as it does. Becca, Noah, Zach, Exo, and Martin. This garden is beautiful. The trees here, I have no other way to describe it, is that they are the greenest you have ever seen. The grass that grows alongside this rooftop bar all seems to originate. All of these plants seem to give off these beautiful lights and fragrances to them, all of them centered around one particular tree that grows at the center of this rooftop garden. This rooftop garden has a tree at the center of it with some pretty awesome looking apples growing from it. The only other thing that you notice on this tree is what appears to be a snake that has been staple gunned to the tree. But still appears to be moving, as if the amount of staples holding it to the tree were not enough to kill it, or must be moving of magical means. Pretty large, gnarly looking green guy. And as Medusa walks by, she gives the snake a little kiss on the head. As the snake continues to move, as it wriggle, trying to break free of the staples holding it in place.
X is going to open her GPS software on her phone and force it to find her current location and see if she can see a top-down version of this, or if it's obscured somehow by magic on satellite photos. You're
in New Orleans. You see a top-down version, and it's a beautiful-looking garden. Your phone is fritzing.
Okay.
The coordinates for the garden are not the longitude and latitude that you get for New Orleans. The longitude and latitude, as you look at the map and you kind of walk forward and get close to the tree, something goes wrong with your phone and you keep getting 0-0.
Whale, hail. Does any pattern emerge from the way the garden has been designed with the tree at the center that might be notable or something to be aware of?
While Exo's searching around for that, everybody kind of walks into the garden top bar, and Father Patrick, Susie releases their hold on you as you kind of slump forward a little bit, not having your passenger with you for the first time in a very, very, very long time. Medusa anticipates this and stands behind you and sort of catches you a little bit. Turns you around and kisses your forehead. Looks you deeply in the eyes and smacks you hard across the face. That slap echoes all throughout it as the bartender just goes, ooh, from where they are as that slap rings out. And she goes, 7 years?
7 years. Patrick is going to reach down and take one of her hands very gently. And he is going to kiss the back of her hand. And I am so sorry to have been gone so long. But you have to understand it was not my choice.
She wants to hold on to your hand, but it only lasts a couple of seconds before she pulls it back. And she kind of smiles, the mask coming back on, and she goes, "Hi, everyone. Welcome to the House of the Rising Sun."
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is my private bar. Please feel free to help yourselves. Father Patrick and I go way back.
So you're not going to kill him, and he can go with us to the moon?
The jury's out. As she kind of looks over at Father Patrick, she goes, "For the time being, you are free of heavenly or demonic influence while you're here. It's why I transported the garden here. This area was supposed to be free of heavenly and demonic influence."
Also, I just want it known I am not his +1. I have no idea where that idea came from.
She sighs and she goes, "I didn't think so.
All
but
right.
7 years is a long time."
It is.
Wait, are you... Hang on. What?
No, not that kind of +1.
She goes, "We should talk. And now seems like a good place to do it. Welcome, kids, to Eden." And reaches up and grabs one of the fruits hanging from the tree and offers it out. And she goes, "Original sin?" And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode.
X is just muttering 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0.
When we get back together next week here in the Eden rooftop garden with the large tree and the snake stapled to the tree that is still wriggling about. Heroes, you have 2 available choices to you now unless you find a third, one of which is the Imagination Station Race. With the last race ending at the moon. The other one is the Invention Expo, located in a little town called Eureka. Eureka has the Invention Expo and things of that sort. And so all of you will be able to visit Eureka, a think tank of sorts with all scientists from all parts west and things of that sort as the followers of Trovic get together. However, I will also offer this group. You can talk amongst yourselves if we want to do a 2-parter where 1 week we do the individuals doing the race and we got some random NPCs, and the next week we go and everybody meets up at the moon, we can do that as well. So you have some choices to make. That being said, welcome to Eden. Thank you everybody for tuning in. I'm just going to pull from what Indigo Chameleon and I have been watching almost religiously the past few weeks, which is all Eureka all the time. So, so you've either got Mario Kart Racing in the world of imagination or Eureka, the best of both worlds. So we love you so much, Indigo Connect. Thank you, Father Patrick, for joining us yet again. And we're going to go raid REP RPG and share a little bit of the TTRPG love. Love you so much. Hey, thanks for breaking the veil with us. We'll see you soon.